Good morning, you guys. Today we're going to be using our foam roller, and we're going to start with a little bit of a warm up for the hips. If anything that we do doesn't work, you change the range of motion or the exercise if need be. So the first thing I want you to do with the inside leg is just come forward and then exhale and open back. Now you can externally rotate that hip on the swing back. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze the glute and try to stand up as tall as you can. Good. Just a few more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just gently on the other side, just waking it up. Inhale and exhale. Good. As we're rotating and creating that space in the hip, we can resist by keeping the upper body nice and tall. We're not going to compromise that form in any way. Just 2 more. And relax it, you guys. Let's go back to that first leg. And from here, you're going to come forward and then lengthen backwards. Now, as much as you can, try to keep your hips parallel to the floor. So forward and back. And rotate through that heel and lengthen through that leg. Squeeze the glute. Try to draw in the head and the heel to one height. 2 more. And 1 more time, you guys. Now we're just going to switch on the other side. If I need to break it up or just do one part of that movement, inhale, exhale. Now naturally the hip wants to open in that direction of where the hand is. But I'm trying to fight to keep the body parallel to the floor and squeeze and lengthen through the heel. Inhale, exhale. And last 2, 1 more time, and relax it. Let's go ahead and grab this in both hands, roll the shoulders back. I'm going to draw that right into the chest, take a big inhale, and then exhale. Follow up, and exhale away. Now make sure that neck stays in neutral. I'm going to start squeezing that roller, opening and extending that posterior chain, and reaching as far as I can, or as far as my body wants. As sometimes early in the morning, the body just doesn't want to move, so you arrange to meet it where it needs to be. Now rotate the other way, extend, inhale. You can always make this smaller and just utilize the arms if the back is just kind of not happy. Take a few more big breaths. And 1 more time, you guys. Now we're just going to add a little rotation side to side. So as I rotate from one side to the other, I'm just going to warm it up first. No tension or stress in the neck. And as I rotate, I'm going to tuck the elbow in the direction that I'm going. And now I'm going to start to push with that opposite hand into that direction and resist it at the same time. The abdominal muscles are going to stay nice and tight. Exhale and switch. Just a few more. 3 more. Exhale and switch. 2 more. Now we have 1 more time here, guys. Now just to that right side. 1. I'm going to try to increase that range of motion and really look behind me here. 2 more this direction. 1 more. Now rotate the other way. Exhale. 1. And 2. This is 3. 2 more. And and 4, one more time, guys, and 5. Fantastic work. So let's go ahead and we're gonna come down. I like to warm up and roll out the quads a little bit. If it doesn't work for you, you can stand up and do the quad stretch where you hold on to your foot or place your foot on a chair behind you. I'm gonna take this in front of me. Now I can eliminate a lot of the pressure by taking my toes and resting them, and I can adjust how much resistance I'm gonna place. Now we don't wanna roll out any excessive inflammation, so if it's really, really painful, I would choose not to do this, or I would try to adjust the exercise. At no point though should my form be compromised. So I wanna keep my abdominal muscles in and lengthen through that spine. Now I can lengthen my legs or bend the knees. Inhale and exhale. I want to squeeze the glutes, protecting my back, just as if I'm holding that plank position here. And if you need to bend the knees, we're going to start externally rotating. So now I'm trying to target the inner part of my thigh here. Now this can be either easy for some or very challenging, depending on where we hold tension. Now, if this is easy, then what I'm going to do is lengthen my legs out with the instep rotated towards the floor. This can really be intense for some. So if it becomes too much, I would just draw my heels together and then meet that tension right where it is. You always go within that range of motion and space, either around the inflammation or without avoiding directly going over it if it's not too intense, and if it is, completely eliminating the exercise. All right, so now we're going to try one more time, and this time I'm going to draw my toes in as if pigeon-toed, and I'm trying to capture the edge there of the hamstring of the quadricep, and this can really be a lot. So again, I could bend my knees with the feet rotated out. That's going to be probably a little bit easier than lengthening those legs. It can be very, very intense again. So if it doesn't work, I could take my toes on the floor and adjust how much I'm going to roll. Probably not as much on the edge with the feet down. Just a few more times, just waking up those legs, you guys. Don't let that low back compromise. Keep the abdominal muscles in. Very good. Just a few more times. And then from here, we're just going to push back into a little child's pose. So I'm going to draw this away from me and relax my ears right through the arms. Now, as I try to settle my low back down, I can inhale and come up to a seated position and exhale, extend. I can also stay in that same space and just still gently rotate the hips side to side. Can also thread the needle. So if I draw that right arm underneath, I can open up through the shoulder, lengthen and extend the opposite arm away, and then gently come to the other side, just extending that arm under, relaxing the low back, and try not to forget the importance of the breath as I go through this. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and just start to roll out the back a little bit. This is probably one of my favorite things to do using the foam roller. So if I drop back here onto the elbows, I'm going to take and place this right about at the shoulder blade. I'm going to take my hands behind my head. Now, if you have long hair, you just want to make sure that you don't get caught up by rolling back on top. So from here, I'm going to bend the knees and press through the heels, squeeze the glutes, and then just gently start to rotate front to back. Now this can feel like a massage. Inhale and exhale. And then all I'm going to do here is create a rainbow. So I'm going to rotate onto the right shoulder and then the left. Inhale and exhale. Just a few more times, you guys, back and forth. Now, maybe my right shoulder blade is tighter, so I'll take a moment and roll out that side, and then gently come over to the other. Always watching that that neck stays in a neutral position here, unless I'm intentionally trying to create that openness. I would not want to draw my head backwards here. Okay, so now from here, I'm going to drop the hips, lengthen the legs, and now I'm just going to cross the left over, and here I'm going to allow the chest to open. I can do this supported with my hands behind my head. Some people are comfortable really opening. If that works for you, then go for it. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now I'm just going to switch feet on top. Inhale and exhale. You can come right over the shoulder blades. You can adjust where this is and where it's going to target to help with that external open rotation here of the spine. And then go ahead and tuck it back in. You're going to bend the knees one more time. And now from here, just forward and back. Inhale and exhale. Just a few more times, you guys. And I'm just going to relax here and draw back and sit up nice and tall. Now I'm going to take the roller and place underneath my knees. So if it works out for me to be able to roll back, I can always hug this in, make sure I've got nothing behind me, and then gently place that down and relax my knees right on top. So you can always come back to this resting position here if anything doesn't work and you need a break. Okay, great way to support that back by keeping those knees up. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take our feet and place hip distance apart right on top of that roller. So I want you to take your palms and press them down. Take a nice deep breath in. Now remember, you can do this pressing your heels into the floor. I want you to exhale and lift. Now I'm trying to create a line between my shoulders, hips, and knees, pressing through the triceps, and then gently resist and imprint the spine right back to the floor. So inhale, exhale, and squeeze. Inhale, exhale. Now really focus on pressing through the heels, squeezing those glutes and lifting. Inhale. And exhale, just pushing those heels directly down. Again, inhale. One more time here, you guys, and we're going to try to stay at the top and just add 5 pulses. So squeeze from here, inhale and exhale. 1 and 2, keeping the abdominal muscles pulled in tight. 3 and for 4, one more time. And for 5. Give that a little rest and just relax. Now, if that was intense, chances are then the next one you probably are not going to appreciate very much. So you can always come back to that rested pose or any of those other stretches that we just did. So go ahead and switch legs. So this time we're going to add an extension to that. So as I come up, make sure that you feel nice and supported here. We're going to try to extend the legs out without losing the roller. So if I come up like here, then I don't want to push out all the way where I'm losing the roller, just enough where I can feel the hamstrings and pull back in. So I don't want to push all the way out and then have to pull all the way back. It's just going to be too much pressure on the back. So take that nice deep breath in, press through the triceps, squeeze the glutes up, and exhale, push and pull. We're going to stay up tall. 2, exhale, 3, for 4. Now when I exhale, as I push this away, 5, and really contract and squeeze those glutes. 6, and the quadriceps, you guys. 7, you're drawing those hamstrings back in towards your heel. Here we go. Last 2, 1 more, and rest. Great work. I'm going to relax my knees right up on top there. Take a moment and draw my feet out. So now my instep will be facing the ceiling. I can just gently relax my knees out to the sides. Naturally, my low back is off of the ground. I'm going to take a moment and try to press the low back down and walk the feet up on top of the roller. and really work this external rotation of the hip. Now, this could be intense, maybe it just doesn't work well, so you'd have to modify. If it works okay on top of the roller here, I'm gonna take those triceps back down, press my feet together, squeeze the glutes and pull the belly button in, and lift the hips up to the sky. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Very good, you guys. Now back and forth. If I prefer, I can always do this from the floor. I want to try to keep that spine in neutral. Inhale and exhale. Just a few more times here. You might feel this in that minimus right along the side of the glute as well as the inner thigh. So push and squeeze. Just 2 more, you guys. Exhale it up. Now, one more time, we're going to pulse it right here. So pulse 1 and 2. Need a break, take it. 3. Push through those triceps. Squeeze those glutes, you guys. Lift up nice and tall. 3. Exhale, 2. 1 more. And 1. And relax everything back down again. And just allow the knees to come right over the top. And take a moment here. I can just relax my legs. You can also take your arms and gently sweep them up and out. Just a few more times. Up and out. One more time, you guys. Now you might notice there's a part of the arm that sometimes maybe hinges a little bit and stops. The goal is to try to increase that range of motion comfortably over time, work on the areas where you feel like it's getting locked. So now you guys, what we're gonna do is a single leg. Again, if I prefer, my heel would come directly to the floor as opposed to on top. Now I could also push this up against the wall or an object that doesn't move to prevent it from pushing away from me. Now I wanna watch my back as I lift and make sure that it's supported. As I squeeze my glute, I'm gonna lift from here, keep that nice long line in the spine, and then release down. So this is a butt lift here. So take a nice inhale, press through and squeeze and lift 1. Now you can use your arms 2, but I really want you to focus 75% on that glute as you lift, you guys. Now press that heel and squeeze. Very good. Lift it up a little bit higher if you can without coming onto your neck. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Reach for the sky, you guys. Trying to keep those hips square, pressing through that heel. Let's do 1 more time and then lift. Rest for a moment before we do minis. Switch to the other leg. Stretch out the leg you just worked and lift and lower. So exhale, push and squeeze for 2 and 3. Now on the other leg. Exhale, 4, reach for the sky. 5, exhale, 6, squeeze and lift now. 7, and exhale, 8. 2 more times, you guys. And 9, we got this. 1 more time. And relax it. Now I'm gonna go back to that first leg, stretch it out and just do 10 mini pulses at the top. Press through the triceps and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, and 7. Just a tiny pulse here, you guys, in the heel, out of the knee. 4 and 3, squeeze 2 and 1. Relax, lengthen that leg, make sure the roller's pulled in close, and then let's pulse it. 1 and 2, squeeze 3 and 4. Any cramps, stop and rest. 4 more and 3. Squeeze 2, 1 more time, and 1. Wonderful job. Just relax again, knees on top, open up your arms, and then just give yourself a nice big hug. So I'm just gonna draw from here that left arm over the right here, and just hug it out. And then I'm gonna open back up, and then just switch to the other side. So the goal is always about creating space. We want to try to do that as comfortably as we can. And as we roll, we break up the fascia and that tight webbing that goes around the muscles. So that can be intense, and if it doesn't work, then we will eliminate that space. So I'm gonna move that roller out here, roll over to my side, and gently push myself up. Now, if I need to, in order to lie on the roller, I can always take my mat on top of it. I'm not going to do that, but I could just take my mat and lay it right over the top. Before I get into my position here, I want to make sure I have my weights close by so I don't have to keep getting up and back down. So when I come from this position, my tailbone is close to the end, okay? And I'm going to slowly walk myself back and just allow making sure that my head and neck are on the roller and nothing here is going to be externally opening my neck. Everything is nice and supported. Ideally, I want my low back to touch. Naturally, we have a curvature here. Not everybody has a deep curve here, but if you do, I want you to tuck your pelvis here and try to pull the belly button in and imprint the spine, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do an abdominal exercise. We have our weights close by to also open the chest. So what I want you guys to do, if you need your weight to help you, you would hold it out to the one side. So I'm going to start with my right leg and lengthen that out. Now, naturally I have this curvature here, but I'm going to try to imprint my spine and pull that belly button in. So my left hand's going to come behind my head. I've got that right hand out, and then I'm just going to rotate the left shoulder, not the elbow, across, and then extend back out. So I'm going to exhale and pull the belly button in and place that low back down. For 2 and 3. Now keeping that chin off the chest. 4, rotating through that shoulder. Exhale for 6 and for 7 and 8. We've got 2 more now. Exhale 9. Now I'm going to pulse it. So 1, 2. I'm going to keep that rotation through my shoulder, but just draw that knee in and out and try to pulse here using the oblique. So 4 and 3 and 2, 1 more and 1. Give that a little rest. Just relax. Now I'm going to draw the elbows in close and try to squeeze around and then just reach back up. So I'm going to squeeze back and reach up. 1 more time, squeeze back and reach up. We'll be doing some exercises with that. We want to take a moment here, you guys, to try to allow these shoulder blades and shoulders to open, wrapping around the shoulder blades. So now we're going to switch sides. So from here, I'm going to take the left hand, extend it out, and the left leg. My right hand is going to be supporting my neck, so I'm wrapping around that thumb right around the neck and the hand right around the base there of the head. And I'm going to rotate through the shoulder and then extend back out, trying to keep my low back down. Exhale, 1 and 2, leading with my shoulder here, not my elbow. Exhale, 5 and 6, or 7 and 8. 2 more times, you guys. 9, 1 more, and 10. I'm going to be pulsing that knee. I'm going to hold the head in one space and pulse. 1 and 2. Now using the oblique here. 3. I'm going to draw that knee back in and out and exhale. 5 and 4 and 3. Neck is supported. 2 and 1. Awesome work, you guys. Let's take a moment here with our weights. Draw them in the hand and just wrap your shoulder blades around the roller and pull the belly button and the low back down. Now just look over the right side. Take a deep breath in from here. Neck feels good. Everything all right, and you don't feel like you want to stay there. You can rotate to the other side. You can also pick a side if one side feels like it just needs a little bit extra. Sometimes we sleep funny and the neck is compromised, so feel free to stay in that one space. So what I want you guys to do from here, now my weights are not super heavy because in order to be able to do this, I need to feel like I can comfortably hold my wrist straight. And what happens if the weight's too heavy is that the wrist starts to dip down like this. and then I compromise it. So I'm gonna pull the elbows in close, wrap my shoulder blades around and pin my low back right into the roller. Inhale and exhale. Now I'm gonna hug the beach ball and then I'm gonna pull right back down and in. Now that low back is imprinted. Hug the beach ball and resist. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale and inhale. Now that low back is staying down, you guys. Reach and push. Pull that belly button in and press the low back. Now pinch and squeeze, 3 more. 2 more. Squeeze. Now 1 more time, you guys. Exaggerate that openness. Now from here, relax the hands back down. If for any reason the weights become too much, I would repeat the exercises with 0 weight. Now from here, I'm gonna isolate and hold just those arms slightly open with the palms up. Maybe it's enough just to hold here. I'm gonna add little circles. Now I wanna try to squeeze my shoulder blades around the roller. Exhale, inhale, and exaggerate that range of motion in my shoulders. So 4 more, exhale, 3, pull the belly button in, low back pressing, 2. Now 1 more time, you guys. Now you can take a break always, and you can always keep those arms up, challenging yourself just a little bit through. Now we're gonna rotate forward. Here we go. 1 and 2. Now I'm wrapping here the shoulder blades around 3, trying to exaggerate 4. And again, you don't have to use weights, you guys. 4 more, 4 and 3 and 2. 1 more time. And 1, and I'm just gonna relax that out. Open up those arms, and then I'm gonna hug it out again. Left arm on top, inhale, and exhale, open, and then I'm just gonna gently switch and take that other arm on top, and then release and let it go. Now for this next move, it's the dip and the switch. I can go ahead from here utilizing no weight and really exaggerate that motion. If it feels okay, then I'm going to use my weights here. So I want to watch that my wrist doesn't dip. I'm going to lengthen and pull from here, dip the weight, and then resist and pinch and squeeze the shoulder blades and pull the belly button and the low back down. Here we go. Dip and flip. Dip and flip. Now keep that spine nice and long, low back pressing, neck supported, you guys, but rotate right here through the shoulder girdle. Squeeze and open. You guys got this. Let's do 4 more. Open. Good. 3. You guys are naturals at this. 2. Let's do 1 more. And relax it. Now I'm going to allow this to be heavy for a moment. Look over my left. And look over my right. Now we're going to do 10 pulses with the palms up. Check your posture. Is your belly button lifted? Can you imprint and press that down? Keep the back supported. Now 10 pulses with the palms up, elbows bent. 1 and 2. Exhale 3 and 4. For 5, shoulders and biceps will activate here. 7 and 8 and 9. 1 more and rest it. Let that open again. Now I'm going to rotate and take the palms facing down. Now the palms are down, the shoulders are back, the low back is pressing. Now from here, I'm just going to gently lift those palms off and then just pulse. 1 and 2. Try to keep that wrist in neutral. 3. Very nice, you guys. 4. Squeeze 5 and 6 and 7. You got this. 8. 2 more. 9. 1 more time. And 10. And I'm going to relax that open and let it go again. Fantastic. I'm going to take the weights and pull them in rather close here so I can come to that snow angel. I'm going to draw those arms all the way up and over and then relax them back down. Now, if I can keep my hands down, great. Maybe that range of motion doesn't work for me. So I would make it smaller, like you're making a nice big circle. But if you can really extend and reach through those fingertips, and try to trace the fingers along the floor. Take another big breath in. And a nice big breath out. Wonderful job. We're gonna do one more ab exercise from here. If it becomes too much lying on the roller, you guys, absolutely come off. So from here, I'm gonna take my right hand out. Again, if I want to use a weight here to help me, I will. I'm gonna lengthen my right leg and take my left hand behind my head. Now, the idea is to try to lengthen this left leg as high as I can, right leg, and rotate through the left shoulder. So I'm gonna take a nice inhale and exhale, lift and lower. And if coming all the way down or all the way up doesn't work, I would modify to make it work for me. You can also bend the knee if need be. So inhale and exhale. Now I'm trying to shoot arrows out of my toes and lengthen and open by contracting the quadricep, opening up through the hamstring. So 4 more times, 3 more. Inhale, 2 more. Now 1 more time, and we're gonna pulse it right here. 1 and 2, leading with your shoulder, and 4, 5, 6, exhale, 7, and 8. 2 more times, you guys. 9, 1 more, and rest, and just relax everything back open. Take a moment and draw from here the palms up and squeeze your shoulder blades around the roller. Now, generally, we spend a lot of our life rotated in like this, looking at the phone, doing dishes, doing laundry, doing everyday tasks on the computer. Opening from here sometimes is not the most comfortable, but for the posture and to create that nice space and stretch through the upper body, this can really be helpful. So we're going to switch to the other side, you guys. So now I'm just going to draw the left hand out, take the right hand behind my head, and I'm going to lengthen the left leg. Again, I modify if need be. If I feel my low back lifting, I'm trying to imprint from here. So exhale, rotate through the shoulder. Exhale, 1. Now lead with that shoulder, 2. Keep your chin off of the chest. You got that juicy peach under your chin. We don't want to squish it, you guys. 4. Exhale for 5. And 6. Now I'm going to shoot arrows out of my toes. 7. And 8. Now 9, 1 more time. And 10. So either pulsing, very small. If I can, I'm adjusting 10 and 9. Exhale, 8 and 7. Rotating through the shoulders, 6. I can keep my upper body in one space. I can add a little pulse of both, 3 and 2. 1 more. And relax it again. Look over the right side. And then the left, and if you can still maintain on the roller for 1 more thing, great. If not, you have to come up, no worries. You'll take your hands underneath your low back instead. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and just tabletop my shins. Now my low back, again, is pressing. All I want you to do is either alternate toe taps, keeping that belly button and low back down, or if you can, exhale and tap both toes down. Now my low back wants to come up here, so I'm really focusing on imprinting that spine, pulling the belly button in, and exhale, using my breath and the strength of the core as I dip those toes down. So 4 more times. Exhale, 4. If I cannot do both, I'm alternating and maintaining that contact with the low back, you guys. Last 2, last 1. And relax it from here. Great practice there, you guys. Roll the shoulders back. Last time, tapping the heels. So I'm going to imprint from here. I can alternate tapping one heel and then the other. Use the breath. Exhale. 1. For 2. Really pressing now. 3. Exhale for 4. And for 5, squeeze those glutes, you guys. 6, last 4 before we come off here. 3, exhale, 2. We've got 1 more time now. And 1. Awesome work. So I'm going to place my feet down. I'm going to take my right weight and push it away from here. And then I'm just going to gently roll off onto that side. And then I want to take my roller here and place it right back underneath my knees so that I can just gently relax my spine down and take a moment and just let that relax. Shoulders relaxed, low back pressing. Nice deep breath here, you guys. So give your body a chance just to acclimate back to the mat. And again, if you want to reach those arms up and exhale back out, maybe a little bit easier than when you come over the roller, but a great way to open up that chest, you guys, and rotate the shoulders outward and externally away from you. So one more big breath. Now I'm gonna just keep those arms up. Naturally, my low back wants to come up off the floor. I'm gonna take that low back and press it down. I've got the support underneath my knees here on the roller, and I'm just gonna gently stretch that out. Very good, you guys. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and bend those knees. And we're gonna release that roller from underneath, roll over onto our side, and we're gonna come back up to a standing, utilizing this guy. So I want to make sure that my weights are in front of me. That way there's no chance of me tripping on them. So from here, guys, we can really squeeze those arms together and activate them by using this roller. I'm going to exhale and draw my knee up and just tuck it through and then extend back out. So exhale, inhale. Now, I can do a few things here. If my upper body can stay up straight and tall, I'm gonna open up my chest here and then draw in. Now, I can also tuck my upper body and chin down, almost as if I'm doing a crunch here. If it does not work or feel comfortable, better to keep your posture tall. If that round feels good, you're gonna go for it. If not, you're gonna keep the upper body tall. 2 more. 1 more. And relax it. Roll the shoulder back. Now we're gonna stay on that same leg and you're just gonna go a little faster. So if it's better for you to keep the upper body up tall or around, you decide. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna pull the belly button into the spine. Gently tuck that chin in towards the knee. Squeeze the roller. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And rest. I'm gonna roll my shoulders back, roll the hips out, and rewind it. Now I'm gonna come to the other side, you guys. So remember, if standing up tall works best for me, I can really get this nice rotation. I'll exhale, work the posture. If I can, I'm gonna tuck the chin in towards the knee. Squeeze the roller, exhale, open. 3, 2, 1. A little bit faster if it's comfortable, either up tall or round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Squeeze it. 1 more. And rest it. Awesome work, you guys. Draw that roller now over to your left side. If it feels best to stay just like so. If I can, I'm going to externally rotate the knee and tuck the elbow behind the knee. Very good, you guys. Now push in that direction. If this doesn't work, instead, keep it directly in front of you. We'll do that next. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Fantastic. Pull it back in. Relax your shoulders back. So we're trying to also increase this range of motion, but also use the oblique. Here we go. Tuck it. 2, 3. Exhale it up for 4. You guys are great. 5. Tuck. 6, 7, 8. 2 more times. 1 more time. And rest it. Side to side. Push and resist. Now, is it a little bit easier than when we started? So we open up the chest and the shoulders here. Maybe a little bit easier in this rotation to really press in that direction and resist it. Now, as we rotate to that right side, you guys, the knee is gonna come up and I'm gonna push and lift the knee. 1, 2, 3, twist, 4. Remember, if a range of motion doesn't feel right, I make it smaller. Do something completely different. 4 more. 3 and 2. Now 1 more time and rest. So ideally, I'm trying to cross the knee across the middle line as I rotate. Okay, so inhale. 1, 2, and 3. I'm tucking that elbow, you guys. 4 and rotating the upper body. 5, 6. Now use those arms. 7. Push it. 8, 9. 1 more time. And 10. Wonderful work. I'm going to take this roller directly in front of me. Hinge from the hip. If you feel like your heart rate's elevated, don't let your heart go below your hip. If you can, you're going to lengthen and push. Now I want you to imagine that you're shooting some arrows, out of your hamstrings. So you're going to lengthen and push. Create that nice long line without shrugging the shoulders, lengthening fingers and hips, hips and heels, and then soften the knees if it's comfortable. Keeping the ears right through the arms. Exhale, lengthen and shoot arrows out of the hamstrings. 1 more time. Lengthen and push. Now I'm just going to rotate towards the corner. So I'm going to take this towards that right corner and I'm going to push my hip all the way out to the left as I lengthen and try to create as much space as I can through the heel, the hip, and the upper body, reaching those arms out. Pressing through the right heel, reach back up, and then gently switch to the other corner. So lengthen, shoot the hip out to the right, gently drop the ears through. Now really focus on contracting through that left quadricep and pressing through that left heel. Big inhale here, nice exhale. And then I'm going to come back up, you guys, and we're just going to do a few things again. This time, I'm just going to come straight down, and I'm going to pull that roller. Now, if this does not work, I can use my arms and really push without lifting up the leg. Now, you're tucking your knee through, using that upper body. This time, I'm keeping my upper body tall. Pull. Alternating. Those knees up and in, you guys, as high as you can. Every time you can lift your knee higher than your waist, you're activating your core. So pull, pull. Good. Keep going. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now just keep the arms moving. Really pull and squeeze together, you guys. Engage and push. Like you're resisting and pushing, stopping it, but lifting it. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to the rotation. If it doesn't feel good and you want to come over, you adjust that motion. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, back to the front here, push. 2, 3, 4, activate those arms, pull the belly button in, you guys. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, other way, push. Cross the center line, rotate that upper body, resist it. You guys are awesome. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last time in the middle with the knees if you can. Now pull directly down, resist and push. Now activating here that core by lifting those knees up. We got this. Last 4 and 3 and 2, 1 more and rest. Great work. I'm going to open up my legs here. Draw the roller over to the left and circle. Inhale. I don't have to let my heart go below my hips. I can exaggerate the range of motion. And now I'm going to come to the other side. Over the top and through. 2 more. And 1 more time, you guys. Now I'm just going to try to place this behind my head if this works. Now, if it doesn't work, no worries. I'm trying to squeeze my scapula together. So big breath in from here. Tiny rotation. Inhale. Exhale. If it doesn't work, I'll keep it into my chest and try to line up as much as I can. Ears and shoulders. A few more times. Articulating that spine as I rotate. Keep the shoulder blades open. So 2 more. 1 more. And relax it open. Now, coming back to our balance, whether or not I want to use my roller or not, it's right here if I need it. I can take my hands together, lift up one leg, and add the front snap kick, and if I need to, I'm gonna hold on right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, very good, you guys, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 1 more, 10. Now I'm gonna come forward. I have my roller here if I need it. I'm gonna bend and lengthen. Now I can try lengthening my arms out, and I have the roller there if I need it. I'm gonna push to the heel, lengthen here, keep those hips parallel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Other side now. I always have this if I need it, or a chair if it's more steady. I'm pushing those palms together, lifting my knee. 1, 2, 3. I'm always trying to challenge to lift the leg if I have that flexibility as high as the hip. So I'm engaging that core throughout this as I strengthen that quadricep. So 4, 3, 2. Now as I kick it back and lengthen, I have my roller here. I can push or open. Inhale. Exhale. 3 and 4. Square the hips. For 5 and 6. Bend and lengthen. 7. 3 more. 8, 9. One more time, you guys. And 10. Wonderful work. Exaggerate the hips. Now we're going to kick over the top of this. Hopefully the hip flexors have gotten a little bit here of open. I'm going to go ahead here and externally rotate. If it doesn't work, I would mimic the movement. Open. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Now I'm going to go to the other leg and externally rotate the other leg. 1, 2, 3, fantastic. 4, those abdominal muscles are activated every time. 5, 6, trying to stand up as tall as I can. 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 1 more, 10, give it a little rest. Roll the hips. So we externally rotated, now we're gonna rotate in. So internal now, open, cross it through. 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, right across that middle line. 6, and 7, 3 more, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Very good. We're going to switch sides. Now, internally rotating. 1, and 2, 3, exhale. 4, shoot it across, you guys. 5, and 6, Here we go, 7 and 8, 2 more, 9, 1 more, and 10. Now just for an added bonus, we're gonna do 3 on each side, where we're gonna go external, internal, same leg. Ready? 3 times. External, in, out, in. 1 more, out, and in. Now practice the other side. Out, in. Ready? 3 times. Out, and in, and out, and in. 1 more, out, and in. Very nice, you guys. I want you to push your knees open as far as you can. Now I can let my upper body relax, but I also want to activate the upper body with this. So I'm going to rotate my heels in, toes out. Inner thigh, push down and lift without leaning too far forward into my roller. So push and lift. 1, 2. Now notice here, the elbows are going to stay high so that I'm activating the arms through the exercise and pushing. Like a jack in the box almost. Inhale, push it up. Now I'm digging the heels down, squeezing the glutes, keeping the upper body tall. Let's do 2 more and then we're gonna stay low. Now at that low point, we're gonna pulse. Elbows high, shoulders and ears relaxed away. Now push. Activate the inner thigh, press through the heels. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low, pop up on your toes 10 times. 9, 8, elbows high. 7, I can use the upper body to push just enough. Almost there. 3 and 2. 1 more time. And relax it. I'm going to lengthen that out again and reach as far away as I can. Now, my heart higher than my hips if I feel any elevation. Big inhale. Nice exhale. Reach as far away from you as you can. Soften the knees. Still externally rotating those knees. Big inhale. And nice big exhale. Walk that back up. Now we're going to come back to this rotation 10 more times. I want you to tell me this is a little bit easier than we started. Inhale, exhale. So being able to activate and move the hip is crucial to being comfortable in your life. And we often have a lot of issues with the hips being tight. So a few more times, back and forth. Maybe you can feel like you can go a little bit further. 1 more time, guys. And now just to that other side. So inhale, exhale. Maybe you ease into it. And then you feel comfortable really opening that up. Few more times. Inhale, exhale. Last 2, you guys. 1 more time. And rest it. Fantastic. So last thing, we're going to take that roller back into the chest. Now let's work on that 1 more big open stretch. Push it away. Follow back up. Articulating that range of motion in the spine, but rotating in and back out. See, does it flow a little bit easier? The back legs feel more lengthened. Now just draw down and extend. Inhale. 3 more times, you guys. The last 2. Keep your abdominal muscles in, protect your back. 1 more. Last time, side to side, activating one side and then the other. Few more. 4 and 3. Tucking that elbow back. 2. 1 more time. And 1. Great job, you guys. Let's go ahead from here and take a nice big breath in. Reach for the sky. Sweep the floor and reach back up. 2 more times. Sweep and reach. 1 more now. Sweep and reach. Now from here, I'm going to take 3 big breaths. Inhale, positive. Spread the wings. Exhale, anything negative. Think about all the positive things in my life and let go of those things that I cannot change or that don't serve me. And 1 more big breath in and relaxing those hands right into the heart center. Gently bow the head. Namaste. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. Great job.